Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Truck Plays YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, October 10th, and yes, still dealing with some technical difficulties. I'm going to say this on every single video so everybody knows. Wi-Fi's down, or Wi-Fi's lagging, or the stream I use is lagging. So it's got to be the stream, because I'm perfectly fine when I use the internet. I'm perfectly fine whenever I use my phone and my TV for smart TVs, but I don't know. Gotta be the stream. I'm gonna unplug the router when I go to work tomorrow and then plug it back in, see if it works. But another day without my face, which I'm sure all of you are celebrating. But Phillies and Mets, what'd I tell you? There's a lot of people out there that probably took the Phillies because they're like, oh, they're definitely gonna force a game number 5 to go back to the bank. Man on your screen, cheesing in the picture, he says otherwise. Francisco Lindor, grand slam. When things look bleak for the Mets, bases loaded in the first, bases loaded in the second, nobody scoring. Ranger Suarez, the first pitcher in postseason history to allow 4+ hits and 2+ walks in the first 2 innings and allow 0 runs. Very cool, very good stat to be. He's in the record books for that, but the Phillies, they go down. Mets take the series 4-1. Final score. We had Francisco Lindor over 1.5 bases, hit a home run on a double. Clark Schmidt, this one hurts because it says under 2.5 runs, but I bet it under 1.5 runs, plus 122. So on this channel, I don't fake anything. We're going to take a loss for Clark Schmidt because I bet under 1.5 runs as the play there. Leaderboard, nothing's updated because the game just ended. 1-0 on the Mets, 1-1 on the player props. Clark Schmidt just gave up. He actually gave up 1 run. Then, who went in? Was it Chad Green? Chad Green allowed another run, but Clark Schmidt had him on base. So 2 runs charged to Clark Schmidt. Let's take a look at that Royals and Yankees game. Currently playing right now. I am recording before it ends. Seth Lugo going up against Clark Schmidt, but I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, and so far it is. I gave it out on the member side. I think it's 2-2 right now in the 7th inning, and I almost guarantee you that the Royals, they find a way to win this game because that's just what they are. When the Royals are in the postseason, they find a way to win these hard games, and they're one of the best teams in baseball on their home field. Kauffman Stadium is a great place to play. It might be a closeout game for the Royals tomorrow. It might be a game to extend the series tomorrow for the Yankees, but no team in baseball in the regular season was better at home than this Royals team. So I'm going to take them on the money line as the play today. If you've never been to Kauffman Stadium in a postseason game, it's one of the best experiences you'll have watching baseball. It's an electric environment. I know everybody says that, but if you've ever wandered into Arrowhead Stadium on a Monday Night Football game going up against a division rival, it kind of sounds like that. The fans here, they're absolutely crazy, especially in the postseason. We've got like $6 beers. Everybody's ripped out of their minds. So it's a great place to be. It's a great place to watch baseball. I do like the pitching matchup we have in this game. Michael Wacha for the Royals going up against Garrett Cole and the Yankees. And I did attack Garrett Cole in game number 1 because he has been struggling this season. This is not the same Garrett Cole we've seen in the past. In the first game going up against the Royals, he put the Yankees in a really tough spot. They had to come back and win that game going up against KC in game number 1. He gave up 4 runs for the Royals, only going 5 innings, giving up 7 hits as well. And like I said at the beginning of this breakdown, this Royals team at home as a squad, we have seen batting average, slug percentage, on-base percentage. All of those things have skyrocketed compared to whenever they go on the road. This is a true home field advantage for every single player in this lineup. That's going to make things a lot more difficult for Garrett Cole. And for Michael Wacha, he went in the first game for the Royals as well, gave up a few runs, didn't have his best game, going 4 innings, walking 3 people, giving up 3 runs. But if you take a look at this man's splits on the season, at home this year, he had a 2.89 ERA, 7 wins, only 3 losses. That's compared to a 3.78 ERA on the road. Like I said, everybody on this team, they play better at home. Give me the Royals here on the money line to either extend the series or close out the Yankees. And God, I hope it's to close out the Yankees. Can you imagine Royals, Tigers to go to the World Series? My God. The numbers. Baseball would be pissed off, but I think a lot of fans would be happy. I think a lot of fans would be happy with that. Let's take a look at the new the player props here. Batting prop. Both of these are going to be in the Royals game. We're going to take MJ Melendez over 1.5 bases going up against Garrett Cole. If you look at the numbers and you look at the stats for MJ Melendez, you would think you could find something better. You probably can, but sometimes the numbers aren't always right, and sometimes you just got to go off what you've seen so far in the postseason. In the first game going up against the Yankees, Garrett Cole faced off against MJ Melendez twice. The first at-bat, MJ Melendez ripped one into the outfield for a single. The second at-bat, he took him yards. So he went 2 for 2 going up against Garrett Cole, a home run, and this is going to be probably plus money, probably somewhere like plus 150, plus 160 to have over 1.5 bases. That's way too valuable to pass up. So I'm going to take him here over 1.5 bases. I do have the numbers on the screen that you guys can see for the breakdown. The fastball nearly 50% of the time in this game out of Garrett Cole, MJ Melendez on the season going up against left-handed pitching has some of the worst numbers I've ever seen in my life as a major league hitter. But this is going to be a right-handed matchup. He does a lot better against that. I know a 215 batting average doesn't pop off the sheet, but he does have 40 extra base hits in the season against right-handed pitching. So we know he can get some extra base hits. The fastball this season, he hits at 209. But again, most of these bad numbers are because he's faced off against some lefties. He does do well against the cutter this season as well. 239 batting average, and I really don't think the numbers matter in this game. We saw it with our own eyes in game number 1. Garrett Cole, he did not pitch well against him. It might have been a fluke, but I really don't think it was. I'm going to trust my eyes in this one. Give me the over 1.5 bases as the play there. And for the best pitching prop tonight, you may have guessed it, we're going to be looking at Garrett Cole to go over 1.5 runs going up against the Royals. This one might come out at over 2.5, but I just don't think it is because Clark Schmidt came out at 1.5. Seth Lugo came out at 1.5. I think game number 1, even those guys came out at 1.5. So I don't think we're going to see this go over 2.5 runs. The over-under has been set at 7.5 for the majority of these games as well. So should be over 1.5. You heard the numbers here for Garrett Cole going against the Royals in the first game. He was only able to go 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs. I think he's going to do the exact same thing in this one. The Royals on the road, they've actually been one of the worst teams in baseball statistically, batter by batter. But again, at home this season, this Royals team, player by player, you see massive, and I mean massive leaps in batting average, on-base percentage, and slug percentage. This is going to be a very tough environment for Garrett Cole to pitch in, and the Royals in the season have been doing a lot better going up against right-handed pitching, having a 250 batting average. That's 11th in baseball this year. They are good against all the pitches that we're going to see in this game as well from Cole, especially that fastball and cutter, which we're going to get 60% of the time. And like I said before, this is not the same Garrett Cole that we've seen over the last 5 or 6 seasons. This guy had a 2.88 ERA in 2018 with the Astros, and he's kept that 2-point-something ERA until 2020. But year after year after year now with this Yankees team, he's getting a little bit worse time and time again, I feel like. It's basically his injuries. I'm not going to put too much on him. He's dealing with some injuries. This season hasn't been his year. I just think it's going to continue to not be his year. I think he's a middle-of-the-pack pitcher coming into the postseason with all of his injuries. I'm going to take him to struggle again. Over 1.5 runs as the play here. Let's go over to the recap graphic. We're going to take the Royals on the money line. Currently 2-2, top 7. Hopefully the Royals can win on Wednesday night, then take it on Thursday night. MJ Melendez, spelled with way too many E's, over 1.5 bases. And then Garrett Cole, over 1.5 runs, going up against the Royals. Guys, going to do it for the MLB picks and props for Thursday, October 10th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.